just
No. You have to take accountability.
Because to a certain degree, yeah, but
I could fully say, guys, I'm just in the dumps today. So sorry.
Yeah, but you're trying to get me to change who I am. I'm not going to do that.
No.
Yeah, you are.
Don't change who you are.
I'm not going to. Hey, girlfriends.
And the man them sugar.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back. Did you miss us?
Hope you did.
I didn't miss you.
Of course.
I'm joking. Today we are talking about...
What do you do when your friends fall out? Are you the peacemaker? Are you like, I'm not involved? Do you back certain friends? Do you get involved and make it even worse?
Have I had any experience with friends falling out? Yes, I have. Have I done anything about it or got in the middle of it? I've done things from the back end. Like, you know, when you're speaking to one individual and you're like, oh, come on, babe, she's not like, oh, what she did, I understand. Vice versa, but I've never actually gotten them together to sit down and speak about it because I feel like...
You've never done a ponderosa?
No, I just feel like that's quite heavy and not everybody is the same. Like, I might sit down with you and hear what you have to say, but the next person might not feel the same way. I feel like that causes more tension.
It depends. It depends if you're a good mediator.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
And
what was
were
the
you a good
outcome?
mediator?
I was a good mediator. Should I give some backstory first?
Yeah.
Obviously, like, we're in a friendship group of maybe like 5 or 6, and 2 people were going at it. Like, and you could see like how you could kind of see like why the other was like annoyed, and you could see what had been
Was the
done.
situation deep?
At that moment, it wasn't deep. It wasn't deep enough to end a friendship or for it to cause an issue with the whole friendship group. It was like how you would feel if me and Tosin were to have a disagreement. You'd be like, come on, guys, like, sort it out. So I was like, and they were about to go on holiday, but I wasn't going on the holiday.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, guys, everyone come to my house because we need to talk it out.
Okay.
And of course, I sat there, I was like, guys, okay, like, you guys have been friends, like, it's not worth it. Let's just go, you know, talk through it, and let's just, you know, wipe the slate clean, blah, 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 blah.
And you're a good friend, because, honey, I can't deal with people's attitudes. When I know that someone's got an attitude, or like, I just move back. And it's like, I'll give you your space until you're ready.
Yeah,
like, I don't force, because I'm like, sometimes you should force it, and I think we discussed this before, where we're like, when someone's going through something, sometimes you have to force it for them to get it out. Whereas I'm very much like, I will just give you that space, and then I'll be like, so anyways, slowly, like, But,
well, we did like sort it out, and they went on the holiday, but unfortunately, on the holiday, things escalated, and it was kind of like the one person was just like, I'm done.
No
and unfortunately, even though we didn't get a chance to like chime in, or even like nobody really, I can't really say anybody really sided with anybody, but one of them was kind of like, yeah, I'm done, and I'm done with all of you type of thing. And that was kind of like the end of our group.
What did I do?
Literally, like, goddamn, I wasn't even on the holiday.
Yeah,
why this? But anyway, that kind of changed like the friendship group. Obviously, the one who exited left all of us, so everything just continued as normal.
That's so sad.
It was very sad.
But did you not reach out to the person and try to keep the friendship with the person as a one-on-one thing?
One-on-one, it was fine. I never had an issue, but obviously, naturally, we weren't as close because, like, I'm talking group chat, like. You know, type of thing. And we were already like at different unis and stuff, so there was already that distance, but we kept the friendship going because we were in a group chat. We travel, we'd see each other, that kind of thing. But once you exit the group, that kind of like solidifies. So we were always good, never fell out, stayed like relatively in touch, but we just weren't as close as we were, which was like such a shame. But now everything is fine. Like, years and years later, they came together and just like, you know, talked it out. Obviously, we're all grown now, But
it's still not the same dynamic.
It's just unfortunate that that had to happen. You know?
But maybe that person needed that space, or just needed to step away, and she couldn't have done that because everybody was so like all of you involved in this, so everyone's always going to try and it's okay, and she's like no, because this girl's not changing her behaviour, so I can't.
But in hindsight, now you're older, more mature, you're more emotionally
stable.
You're more emotionally intelligent. Do you think the situation was handled well, and could she have reacted the way she did by leaving the chat and whatever, because she was going through other things and this was just a heightened thing?
Maybe, because if I'm being honest, there were things that were done on her part that it was kind of like, come on now, type of thing. And I feel like, you're right, it could have been other things where it was like, that's what just made her feel like, I'm done with it. Or maybe her just not feeling like supported enough by us. Maybe she felt like there was more like loyalty on the other side.
Yeah.
But I still feel like it could have been talked out, because when you think about it, it was petty stuff. It wasn't anything like, oh, you did this against me, you betrayed me. It wasn't like that. But then things happen and people make decisions. The good thing is that everybody's fine now.
Okay. So she's still back in the group chat?
Not back in the group chat.
Okay.
Obviously, a lot of time passed.
Yeah.
So
we can't bring it. We can't bring it back. You gotta take. What's that?
At this point, like the thing is that I definitely.
Take your suitcase.
I can definitely see that she's grown. We've grown. You're silly.
When Beyonce said, you gotta take your suitcase.
That was so underhanded.
Like, but why?
Beyonce knew exactly what she was doing with that one. She was like, you gotta go, girl. She was over her.
She's like, but why my suitcase gotta go? Like, I want to be in my suitcase. And they're like, no, it's at the hotel.
No, you gotta go. You and your suitcase. Bye.
Get it. And then she's like, was it Farah? Farah, that's it. Yeah. She's like, what? And they're like, go get it. Yeah.
Why do you remember that? You remember the most random stuff.
Bro, listen.
That's what she spends her life doing.
No, actually, I think it just came into my head. Because it felt like, now that we're friends again, you want to come back in the group chat. I don't think it can happen that way. Like
there wasn't ever a case of she wanting to come back in the group chat. I think she just grew as a person, and she reached out to the person she had the issue with and like just squashed it. And then obviously the rest of us, we were all good, just not as close. But at that point, she's grown, she's got new friendship groups, so it didn't need to be like, oh, we all come together, but it was just like, we're all good, everything's fine. It was a petty thing, and we're all good people, so let's let everything is fine.
Chance and benefit of the doubt.
For me, my friendships generally are like for life, so it's like, I won't, unless you betray me or do something very awful, go bye.
Don't mind that.
Go bye.
Your friendships are for life, but babe, when someone will come and do something to you, be like, bye.
Absolutely, that's what I said. That's the caveat is there. If you do something that is beyond my boundary, you betray me, you do something incredibly hurtful, then it's done. It's not by force. But I'm not gonna let petty things like
get in the way
that don't matter.
Yeah.
You get over it. It's fine.
I was even gonna say, what is the difference between pettiness and?
But then your definition of pettiness is not my definition of pettiness. It's subjective.
Because there was no she.
Because for me, you could do something really big to me, and I probably won't
register it.
No, I won't. I don't know. For me, it's the smaller things that will irritate me than the bigger things.
It's fine for it to irritate you, but are you now going to be like, I'm done with you?
It depends what it is.
And I feel like with you, it takes time. I think you're like, I'll let go of that one. I'll let go of that one.
Yeah.
And you're like,
but then in that case, it'll be the straw that broke the camel's back for me.
Because there was one Christmas point period when me and Tommy were just like, babe, and you were like, nah, she's out. No, she's gone. No, she's out. And we were like,
yeah.
Tosin like we were literally like, I think she's gonna drop us. Like, we're not
any little thing, we're off too.
I think we're off too, babe. I was like, yeah, we better be careful what we say. But it was literally one of those points where you're like, no, I've given everybody so many chances. And it's like, I think that's it. You give them so many chances until you're literally like, you're breaking me. Like, I can't anymore. Like, I can't. Like, it's hurting me now.
For me, if you don't apologise, bye. If you can't see your ways, if I've told you, for me, I don't like confronting people anyway. But if I've confronted you and you're stuck in your ways and you don't want to apologise, get out of here. That's it.
Okay.
It's very rare that I will cut you off once you've apologized.
Mm-hmm. But then there are people that don't know when to take when to be accountable, or when to kind of say, "Oh, that was my fault," "Oh, that's my bad." Some people don't have that.
Yeah.
And if you're the friend that doesn't say it, and I feel like we're getting to the stage in life where we're tired of saying when somebody like you're wrong or you've done this. It's like, come on, man, why do you keep doing the same thing over and over again?
For me, it's more shocking, like, because I feel like I have friendships because we have similar morals. So the minute you do something and
that's out of
you're
character.
and you're not understanding, then for me that signals that our morals are not aligned, and therefore
we can't
respectfully.
So what would make you cut someone off? You have to give an example, like a specific example.
Like you show a lack of loyalty. Like you, for instance, maybe you dated someone's ex in the friendship group, or you moved like sneakily.
Now that is a conversation for another day.
Why?
Dating someone's ex, your friend's ex.
Okay.
And do you know what? There's different ways of doing it, but I feel like if you go about it sneakily, if it's a recent ex or a big ex, somebody
that ruined their life and almost
I'll be out. You won't even see my brake light gone. Because you're scary.
But what if that's the person God has ordained for them?
All the best to you. I was not ordained for you to be your friend. Bye.
She's Nigerian, as you can tell.
No problem. I even love you.
She's a Yoruba.
All the best.
Who am I to stand in the way of God's will? But my own, I must leave. Thank you. You and God's will over there with that crazy man. No.
Not the crazy man. 10 years later, he's changed.
Yeah. Okay, I don't want to be around to witness it. Thank you.
None of my business.
So things like that, or you just behave funny, or you're just out here acting mad, or you just do hurtful things. Like you do hurtful things to people. Yeah.
Without noticing. And I feel like that's actually quite interesting, because some people will do hurtful things to people and not clock it. Or they'll clock it, but just pretend like, oh well, like I'm going through hurt.
Because some people actually want to manipulate you into not reacting.
And then some people bleed on others, which is really, like, in this day and age, you could be going through something, rather than fixing whatever you're going through, you're now bleeding on others.
Causing havoc.
Yeah, because you're going through something now, everybody else must go through it with you. And it's like, it's okay, we got you. It's just, this is your season of hurt. So your friends will cover you. But then it's like, intentionally, you're just...
Don't be abusive.
Yeah, you're just doing things that are crazy and mad. And everyone's like, whoa.
Yeah.
And people are telling you, like, are you sure? Have you looked at what you've done versus what you're claiming somebody else has done? And that's why you did this. And it's just like, yeah, we're going to give you like a month or two. And after that, if you don't straighten up, you're not hearing from me.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. I'm very big on boundaries. And if you overstep your boundary, ciao, ciao. See you later, mate. Can't come and die.
Interesting.
Yeah. What's so interesting?
No, it's just interesting.
Okay. What was the topic, guys?
Being the peacemaker or not. One of your friends' things. So I've told you my experience. I didn't work out, but eventually everything's fine.
I hope that taught you a lesson, by the way. Next time, don't.
I'll still do it. If they are my good friends, I'll still do it. In my friendship group here, in my other friendship group, absolutely. I've told them this thing is for life.
We're stuck with each other.
If I offend you, I'll say sorry. Sorry.
For real.
Abby?
Yeah. I'm not good with being a mediator. I'll just talk to you separately. And then when we get together, I'm hoping that what I've said to you in the discussion that we've had, you can now take that on and have that discussion with somebody. I always say, like, you have to give people grace.
Yeah.
Even when you're upset with somebody or somebody's hurt you, you have to give them grace to either, I don't know, explain, or what were you thinking, tough, or what was it, or what did I do that made you react that way? I feel like you need that one-to-one with somebody, just to kind of, even if I don't understand why you did it, you've told me and I'm like, okay, I could take that in and inject it, or I could just let go. At least you've given me the options. So
I learned that.
Yeah.
In this situation.
Ah, tell us your situation, because...
No, it's not my situation, please. Okay. I tried to be the peacemaker. Didn't work out.
What did you do?
Like, spoke to the individuals separately. I feel like both parties were going through major life situations at the time. Lack of communication, people feeling offended. Because and the both were going through stuff, and it was just so heightened, and it just didn't work.
I thought you as a mediator would be ridiculously funny, only because you're very much. So
I am.
A soft touch. Or
I am,
and get your shit together. Get your shit together. Sit down. Stop it. Don't you dare say that. Stop it.
No. It wasn't even a sit down.
Yeah. Okay.
It never would have worked.
Yeah, but at that point, because you're friends with both of them, what do you now do as a group? Do you guys sit
I feel
down?
like people in the group were speaking to both of them individually.
Okay.
But I feel like what made it worse is that one person was telling the other person the negative things that were also being said.
Ooh, child.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
and I feel like that should have been withheld, because that definitely made it worse.
That's never gonna.
That's not a good idea.
But I don't know if it was intentional. I really feel like it was very stupid. And it was sad because they were friends. They were friends before I knew them.
Okay.
And till today they still don't speak.
Oh.
And that's the thing though, like sometimes you do have to come to a place of acceptance.
Situations
like
Like it is what it is. It's so sad. It's really sad, because I'm sure every now and then they probably like you think about your friend and
I don't think they do.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's that deep.
Yeah. I don't think they'll ever speak ever.
So like if, God forbid, or stuff if we were to break up our friendship, you guys will never like think about Ariel. I wonder how that little baby's doing.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
You are terrible.
Do you know?
God damn it!
This is a moment of like total truth speaking. This is the difficulty with Tosin, because we are so like opposite.
Yeah.
That it's like.
How?
It's kind of like
this is scary.
That's so painful to me.
I feel like even if like we weren't talking or we stopped our friendship and you guys had like kids or something, I don't know. I don't have to reach out, but there'd be moments where I'm like, oh, I saw something and I thought of you or your daughter, or I know your hubby likes this kind of thing.
So like when she talks like that, I'm just like, can I deal with if that were to happen?
I'm sorry, if we were to stop being friends, Ariel would never cross my mind.
Really?
No.
That's my baby.
Well, you're not my friend anymore.
Okay.
So
but
you and
she
your
not do anything to you. Oh my god, guys! There was this story one time. So sorry, digressing. But were the two friends? They were friends. Goddaughter, godmom, That's how.
I can relate to that. But anyway, go on.
And this is why I say it, because I'd like to actually hear your opinion. And she literally said, "Me and her stopped being friends, so I don't need to be the goddaughter to your kids anymore." Godmother, yeah. And then the other girl was like, but God, I have to cut this out. And then she basically said, but I just feel like that's got nothing to do with our child.
Yeah, I do get that, because how can you be a godmother without the relationship between the two people? But my issue is like, you know, the emotion behind it. Like for me, it would be very, very unfortunate if our relationship was to break up. I would still have a soft spot for our friendship, the memories, and the people that I now have built a relationship
like
in your life. I will think fondly of Aria. Whereas Madame here saying, it's kind of like, hey, am I safe?
No, it's
not her walking into you a few years later. It's like, Auntie Tosin, you had.
She's like,
you have videos together.
And I'll be like, and I'll entertain her. I'm not going to be mean to her, but I need to respect boundaries. Like, for example, if I was Ariel's godmother, and we fell out,
she'll never hear from you again.
No, because I've been in that situation. No, if there's a line of communication with your husband, I will still channel that. If you now turn around and say, I don't want you speaking to my husband, blah blah blah, then there's no more communication with your child. But I'm still going to try. Yeah, and that's how it was. Yeah,
but 5 minutes ago you said she wouldn't cross your mind.
That little
girl
my godchild.
If she was my godchild.
My child doesn't need to be your godchild. You must love my child. Same way I love your child.
Listen, I love your don't try that. It's a different
She loves them until you cross her and then she doesn't love them.
No. But do you understand?
You like, I feel
my child. No, don't do that.
This was Ariel, I don't have time for this. Don't cry. I'm gonna carry you. And if you cry, listen, good. I'm like, she needs that.
No, but I'm saying that I feel like people don't understand the magnitude of being someone's godparent. I feel
it's
like
a heavy.
it's not
big,
just so that is why I will still make the necessary steps to speak to my friend's partner or whatever, and still try to have that line of communication. If you turn around and be like, nah, then
no, absolutely, that one
that's different
sense.
from your friend's child. That's different. That's why I would take the extra step. But then I also need to realize that if we've fallen out and I've decided I don't want to be your friend, I don't want to communicate with you. Yeah. So for me to still be active in your child's life, like having your child stay over, me taking out your child, etc., etc. There's gonna be a line of communication, because as much as I don't want you to communicate, as much as I don't want to communicate with you, I am also very. You still need to reach me when when your child is with me.
No, that part makes sense. Realistically, I'm probably not going to be in your child's life if I'm not in your life. Yeah. That makes sense. But the sentiment is what I'm saying.
Oh, can you take sentiment to the bank? No, you can't. Okay, now you think about the child and then what? The child you remember in a year's time, the child is a different child. Kids grow up so quickly. The child you knew is not the child of today.
Yeah. Okay, Tosin.
That's just how it is.
Would you, at this stage versus back then, would you now be the mediator when it comes to friendships? Or if me and Tommy stop talking, would you put us in a room together, or would you speak to us and get it together?
You're gonna leave us to it.
I wouldn't put you in a room.
Talk to each other by ourselves.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't put you in a room together. I would speak to you and figure out what the problem is, and I'll try. And if it's not getting anywhere, I'm gonna leave it. Because I tried before, and I really tried that situation. To the point I even crossed someone's boundary. Like, I actually shouted at someone.
Do you feel like they were not ready then?
I feel like I didn't understand, like, so when you were saying about grace, I feel like in that conversation I didn't extend grace, but I needed the person to realise that I felt that they had crossed a line they should have never crossed. But they were obviously going through their emotional situation. But even when I knew I'd crossed the line, I contacted another friend to be like, checking on this person, because this is XYZ that happened. So make sure you're there for that person. And obviously I apologised. The person was just like, oh, she appreciates it, but she kind of needs her space for her to get her head around it. And now we're good. So now I'm mindful of it. Like, even if I feel like someone has done a madness or whatever, still keep my composure.
Yeah.
Because that person's probably going through something if it's out of character.
Yeah, if something's out of character, then definitely you have to, treat it with grace and
And you can still love people from a distance and still kind of be there for them from a distance. Like, I'm gonna let you go through what you're going through. I feel like what you're doing is wrong. I'm gonna tell you it's wrong, but I'm gonna let you get through it.
But I don't think that person knew that they were actually going through something. Do you get what I'm saying? Till like you've reflected and been like, all right,
I was.
And then when we had a conversation, it was just like, yeah, you're definitely going through something.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Whew, friendships, ciao.
But yeah, I will speak to people individually and try to get them to see the other person's perspective. But to sit down and be like, come together, no, absolutely not.
I'm not a fan of that either. I just feel like it's just too much.
Because when it goes left, it'll be my fault. And then when it goes left, there's probably no coming back from it. Whereas if you had just let it simmer and given it time, you could have rekindled.
Yeah, my friends went through like somebody else. She's no longer part of our group, but she's still around. But I feel like she's always felt like, oh, everybody left me. But when I speak to her, I'm always like, no one left you. You chose to step away. Yeah, we're tight, but it's not the same as the rest of the group.
Same dynamic.
Yeah. And I always make it clear it's because of A, B, and C. And then she'd say, I was like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, like, you have siblings, so you feel like you don't need a group of friends to get through life and da-da-da, which is, like, fair. Yeah. And they felt hurt, but you didn't notice that. Yeah. Or nor did you clock that, oh, you did something or you crossed the boundary. Or, but it's okay because time has passed and things have gone on in life, but you actually can't be close with them anymore because they're not going to open up that chapter again.
Too much time has passed.
Yeah, and I think it's vice versa for her as well. She's like, I'm too grown and mature for it anyway, so it is what it is. And it's just like, so I feel like both parties are fine. One party don't give a damn. But both parties are fine just in terms of it is what it is. We didn't really argue, but it just didn't work and it's okay.
Yeah. I feel like that's fine. I think I can get my head around friendships that are just not as close as before, or you drift apart. But friendship breakups are quite like difficult.
To
process. I think personally.
I don't know what I'd do for my friends break up or what.
Yeah, it's just too much.
You know me, like I don't have the time to sit down with anybody and do any. I don't have the time or the energy, and I love you all equally, but goddamn.
Do you think we're honest with each other, like when we're annoyed with each other?
No, we're not. There are times on that group chat where I'm like, I'm gonna exit this group. So many times I'm like, I'm gonna exit, and then this is me. If I do exit, it's gonna be quite awkward. And I'm back, and I'm like, can you add me back, please?
But maybe that's part of the success. Maybe it's a fine line, to be fair. But maybe that's part of why we're still friends, though, because sometimes you do just need to calm down. You don't have to react in the moment. Just take a chill. We definitely annoy each other.
Give an example.
Okay, so we're talking about the recorder, right? So somebody said we need a recorder.
I thought I explained it. I just
no. So
this
I'm like,
one has been incredibly short with us in the last few weeks.
So I'm literally.
We've definitely just been on looking, but we moved.
Legit.
Anyway,
so I'm literally thinking, okay, so Babe just put down what we need to do, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, no problem. So I'm asking questions.
Do you know
this
what
would be
my
like, no.
Do you know why I didn't? Because we had.
I said it already.
Because Tommy was.
Yeah, it was
you
just
called.
me and you. She wasn't there.
So you could have replied to her.
But it comes from you. So
yeah, and then you asked me to find out the information. So I asked the information. No,
but she didn't have any.
Exactly. So why is it just on me to reply to her?
Because you will have the most accurate response.
But you could have said something. You didn't say anything, so you just got left on red.
So I went online, right?
You see, that's the thing though. You did it on purpose.
I didn't do it on purpose.
It was petty.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was petty.
No, it wasn't petty. I was actually in the middle of something. I saw it.
And you're like, I'll do all that later.
Yeah, and I was just like, I was going to do it, and I was just like, no, it's not even like, not again. I was like in the middle of something. I was like, oh, Tommy can reply to that. Like, she knows as well. It wasn't like I was the only one that held the information, and then I didn't even clock that. It never got replied to. Yeah, you felt a tap away and you wanted to leave the group chat.
Yeah, I felt a tap away and I wanted to leave the group chat, and I was being extra petty because I put a full stop.
No, her
pettiness even went over my head. I didn't even notice.
No, but Tosin, you need to understand how she could be feeling like that.
And how you came across.
Yes.
And we were still like,
how did I come across when I didn't reply? What are you talking about?
Even when you replied, babe, you replied with one-word questions and you replied with a full stop.
Like you're annoyed. That is like you're irritated. That is like,
what are you talking about? You wanted to read it that way.
No, Tosin, if two people are telling you something, just take it on, bro.
Oh, are you mad?
Just
no.
Come on, neck!
You're not in frame, by the way. Yeah. So Cameron's jumping up and down.
Tosin, you need to be more aware of how you're coming across. Absolutely.
And I feel like you guys are just very sensitive.
No.
Okay, if you know that, adjust accordingly then.
No, you guys need to adjust as well.
We do adjust. This is our adjustment. We keep quiet and we just allow it. But you two, you meet us halfway. Like, you can't just be like,
I was going to exit the group.
Like, chill, madam.
What are you talking about? So last convo was Bista.
We giggled. Tommy wanted to buy every suitcase in the world. And
that was the only thing that cut the tension throughout that time. I thought, let me even give you people small comedy because madam is in her feelings. Do you know what it is? I just want you to like just say, like, if you are even like, I'm in the mood or I just don't want to talk, it's better than if you're just silent and then it's just like, then it's just awkward and there's tension for no reason.
I find it awkward. I know it's really
It's awkward for me.
Yeah, Tommy would feel it and just be like,
it's awkward for me.
Whereas I'm feeling and I'm like, bitch, we're gonna handle it somehow, some way. Like, we will talk through it. But in like, I'm just like, you're not gonna make my mood sway based on what you're going through, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'd want to be the one that's like, right, forget how I'm feeling, forget how she's feeling. Let me make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, because then you don't know how to help the person. You don't know what to do. Yeah. I think that's my issue. Like, if you tell me, oh, I just don't want to talk, or just, then I know. Yeah. But then if it's just like,
you're literally like, I'm not sure how to approach you. I'm not sure if I should say hi. Do you want a drink? Can you please?
Like, should I?
I wasn't able to put that together. I went to that room and I was like, Tommy, can you please pull this together?
Because Madame was giving you, don't talk to me.
I couldn't do
That's
that.
on you guys though.
No. You have to take accountability.
Because to a certain degree, yeah, but
I could fully say, guys, I'm just in the dumps today, so sorry.
Yeah, but you're trying to get me to change who I am. I'm not going to do that.
No.
Yeah, you are.
Don't change who you are.
I'm not going to.
If you're upset, you're upset. If you're upset, I'm upset.
But then we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know if she's upset.
We just know that she's quiet.
She hasn't.
Something's
like,
wrong.
So far, all she said is like, she hasn't actually said she felt any type of way. She's just saying, oh. So we don't, even now, we don't know.
We don't know. But we're
because you're not open with how you actually feel emotionally. So that's the thing. Like, we just know were you actually upset or not even upset or just not in the mood or whatever? Like, those are the kind of things. So it's not about changing who you are. But because no man is an island, we just have to learn to interact with each other. Like, that's just what it is. It's not changing who you are. You are who you are and you're loved as you are.
As you are. We accept you as you are. We love you as you are. But it's literally going to be like, you're now impacting the mood of everybody else. But for me, I take it lighter because I'm like, shit happens, that we'll go through things. Whereas for Tommy, she's more of a, I don't know how to approach you or talk to you because I don't want to upset you or I don't know what you're feeling.
Yeah. If I don't know what you're feeling, then I'm just like...
I'm not going to say anything. So all this time you guys in the house, you didn't...
I asked her. Then she came in, I was like, you're right, this is a greeting. Silence after... I asked again, are you okay? Yeah. So what else would I think? Because...
Yeah. And then I came, I'm like, you guys okay? Everyone's like, yeah.
Because so the usual way, like, even though Tosin's not the most talkative, when she comes into my house, definitely will say something.
You about that person she was speaking to.
And it was giving the air of annoyance, and I'm like, hey, what have I done? Oh, madam, please.
But I think you fail to understand it's not about you. And I think this is why
but then that's the thing. It's not, you guys must know that when I'm saying stuff like this, it's not because I'm centering myself on whatever, but you have to understand, I cannot function in the way I want to with you. Like
if there is something
if I don't know the need of you, like I'm not the type of person that can just ignore if I feel something is not right with my friend. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not that type of person.
There's a difference between ignoring and just leaving it until the time is right to talk about it.
And like I did leave it. Like, what can I do is what I'm saying. Like, what can I do? So I will leave it. But at the same time, for the sake of each other, let's say...
Because sometimes it's hard. It's hard to say like you're having a long day or I've gone through something.
I know it's kind of ended a bit random. We kind of had some deep conversations.
Rooted issues. It might have not even ended random.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know yet. But maybe one day we will release the little, not argument, heated discussions we just had.
If we don't delete this, remove it, accident, God forbid.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, guys. See you soon.
Bye.